with the leg.
First fast break points of the game for either team. I mentioned fast break points, second chance points for San Antonio have been a killer for Portland. They have none so far.
Bellinelli for 15 from 3 recently. They need him to get going. They don't use their bench. Really all about the starters for the Blazers. Leonard for 3.
For this Portland series, Pop said they cranked up the pace on offense and the aggressiveness on defense. That's why the Spurs are looking at a closeout game here in Game 4.
All right, Jamie, one change here for San Antonio out of that break. Ginobili come in.
Almost every possession needs to be a stop and then a score for the Blazers to have any chance. Or San Antonio will be up 3-0 in the series. Game 4 is Monday night. Leonard drill. 8.5 to play until halftime. San Antonio trying to take a 3-0 series lead. Portland knows it has to win to stay alive. The team down there 3 has ever won a best-of-7 series in the NBA. Diallo floats it to Duncan. The shot clock down at 2. Green lets it fly and hits.
Go underneath the rim on in and out of bounds.
So here's Matthews on the partner. Lillard will defend Danny Green, who did not score in Game 1. They didn't really need him to, like just 15 minutes in that game. It was Bellinelli off the bench that did a lot of damage. And Duncan from outside. It's good.
Department in these series. Just 24 assists in the first 2 games. A team that averages 23 assists per game during the regular season.
Diaz has been so good here in the third, pushing back to a 14-point lead to San Antonio. Trying to go 3-0 in the series. There's Diaz. Tough pass, but got it to Mills.
Kind of an unsung hero for this team. You're not going to look at the stat sheet. He's going to blow you away, but he's very important.
Parker.
Your iPad, iPhone, Android device. All even at 53.
Yeah, they just gave a staggered screen there. Now that points have been there for him with 10. Now that was his 12th point, but you like the fact he's 5 for 8. He's hovering around the glass as well as looking for the 3 ball.
Garnett with a catch on the box on the left. Spins and shoots. And there.
Left by the Birdman, and the pass was right on the money.
Another beautiful cut. This one by Williams. So again, downside, no real center on the floor for Brooklyn. Kirilenko finding Williams inside.
James gives him 12 in this first quarter. Anderson, he'll fire up another 3. And he'll hit it in the playoffs. He is 49. That was back in 2009 against Orlando as a member of the Cavs. 45 is his career best as a Miami Heat. As Johnson
mentioned it in the first half when Allen Anderson had to come in because of foul trouble. Guarding Allen, it was an interesting matchup because of the defense that Anderson plays. Good shot fake by. Will get his starters out, and Brooklyn's going to get this one. Johnson.
That's starting 2 for 4 to 3 ball and did an excellent job discouraging and trying to hold Joe Johnson. Held him to 17, and that was difficult. Adjusting on the second move. Now, can you shoot the high percentage? That's the key.
Sub number 2 of the game, Allen Anderson in for the Nets, replacing Darren Williams. Livingston, first double-digit lead of the series for the 6th seed Nets. Livingston.
The drive.
LeBron 3 in the first quarter, 8 in the second, 7 in the third.
Brooklyn won Game 3.
And I really like what Paul Pierce said. He just talked about the fact that there is a level of belief you have to have. And they're a nice job.
And Taft, always veteran players, plus the win-now urgency of this team. Nobody's getting younger, and the reality that if they don't win this series, they'll have spent $200 million.
Mainly in the series, the Nets have been making 9 a game and then 9 a game for Miami. Look at this. Bosch and James, they have 31 of the 40 Miami points.
James playoff high this year, 32 in Game 2 against the Bobcats. That sweep of Charlotte by Miami. Shot clock at 6.
His thigh bruise at the end of the Charlotte series, guys. And while he's not 100% yet, he said that he doesn't expect it to affect him in this game.
All right, Rachel, thank you. The Hunger Games, huh?
Garrett Temple, a couple of his teammates. Who can grow a better one during the postseason, but I want to change it up after this game. Hill over to West.
And hold you off and still bring it and lay it up softly off the glass.
75-72 Wizards. Hill swings it. West from the wing.
Well, I'm a guy that don't believe you can convince me either way. Too much or too little.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Tracy, Chris, what impressed you most in that first quarter?
The energy. You look like Wizards look like they're at home.
30-26 Wizards. And 8 playing with 2 fouls. Beal defending Turner. Skip pass. Watson is open.
Implored before the game, we're the best defensive rebounding team. They have to show that.
Second foul on Gooden. Turner circles, 10 to shoot. Rahimi the drive, gets around Gooden for the jam.
With 12 and we're underway here in the third quarter. Inside to Hibbert, who gets the first touch here.
And every basket on every defensive play. It's going to be some fun series.
Points in the paint this quarter. Washington 12-0 in that department. 40-31. The Wizards in front. We approach the halfway point. Second quarter. Steve here. That one was in Landover officially. 6-point lead for Washington. We'll have 5 minutes to play in the fourth. George, step back 3. Oh, it's
so quick, agile, but most importantly, unselfish, looking for each other at the basket.
And the Wizards cut the Indiana lead to 1. Turner on a drive and kick. West is open. The jumper goes.
6 of 14 from the strike.
Turnovers, missed free throw opportunities.
The lob to George. Couldn't finish, but George. Under 2.5 to go in the third. Backdoor cut. Nice move by George.
Range game. And is not lost. It is in West's pocket because he pulls it out and knocks down that jumper anytime he's within 16, 17 feet.
Paul George is back in. George has been held to 2 of 7 from the field. Swing it for Scola. Good luck.
Wow.
Indiana has it on the side. West against Gooden. Hill against Wall. Stevenson moving without the ball. Gets a step on Beal. Mahimi drives in.
Indiana's trying to give him some off-the-ball action to work Ariza, but to also get George inside for an easy one.
Second foul on Trevor Ariza. 5 on the timer. Paul George
in game 3, and that was bring effort.
Stevenson into him.
Collegiate backcourt, 3 future NBA point guards. And Collisamar has been an amazing pickup for LA. Redick feeling it. Ball around the screen. Once again, sets it up. A sensational move. He now has 22 points. Barnes with the catch and shoot.
And they won game 2 in that Golden State series by so much that he didn't play much in that game either.
Griffin, roller coaster ride this first half has been. There's still 3.5 remaining. Crawford steps back. That's a 3. Puts it in.
Already 2 quick threes means you got to pay closer attention to. Redick off the screen for 3.
Granger, 95-94. Crawford for 3. Bang!
He said when he came here to the Clippers, he came here for Doc Rivers, and he felt that there were some great people in the organization. Portland as a team shot a higher percentage. Paul sees it. You give the players a little more rope in the playoffs with the emotions of the postseason. Isn't that correct?
Well, sometimes, Mike, you do. I think on the first technical foul, you're not really worried too much about it, but you really have to.
And now these two are going at each other, and it has been fun to watch.
It's every night for these guys at that position.
Crawford gets rid of Westbrook.
And the Clippers have to get Blake Griffin going. I mean, he's 0 for 4 here, and just not feeling confident or comfortable with his shot. Griffin going. Marvy has not really hit his jump shot consistently. Yeah, Crawford.
Lead back up to a dozen.
Paul fakes, scoop by up his 8th largest lead of the game by either team. Griffin gets it and throws it down.
And redirect that pass higher. It can't be a bullet pass to the corner.
5th assist for Durant. He had 9 assists in game 2. Griffin gets it. For OKC, only 1 for LA. Barnes up.
And that's it. Oklahoma City just has to make sure that they're not igniting. And good move by Griffin. Right. And when he's matched up against Durant, he's going to compete. Jordan and take away that pass.
Griffin catches and hits.
So happy because he's overcome so many bad injuries to his legs. And he's a good defender as well as a scorer.
So the other players must come along inside, whether that's Blatch or Plumlee. Tonight, Blatch getting an earlier look than he did in game 2. Good find by Allen. It's
at getting to the loose ball, and it's paid big dividends.
Now James Jones on the floor for Miami. LeBron James talking yesterday about needing Jones in there as Bosh is.
The ball movement and the execution has been far better for the Heat. You see those. They've also been able to get to the rim. 22 points already in the paint for the Heat.
Ray Allen, tough shot, but he gets
on Chalmers.
Allen coming off a double screen. Catches, drives to the basket. Near halfway in this opening quarter of game 2.
Well, they're getting good looks, Mike, and I like it because the majority of them are down inside the circle.
Bosh inside is the NFL draft. The bottom line, always in during our programs, will keep you updated on what's going on pick by pick at the draft. Lewis, late.
That tonight as well.
Thank you, Rachel. Now, Paul Pierce with 2 fouls, plus the technical. Has already been 4 technicals issued in this game. We'll see how they go the rest of the way. Is level 490. The home teams winning the first 3 games in this series. Brooklyn on a nice run as they take their first lead of the game on a 12-2 run. Wade.
3 things we came in to do. Kept them out of transition, contained the three-point line, and limited the second shots. And we need to continue to do that here in the second half. Guys?
All right, Tracy, thanks very much. John Wall gets Washington started here. Half-court set to open up the second half. Gortat rolling to the...
On the defensive end, which is what this team needed most.
Indiana opened the quarter 1 of 8. Since that point, they've gone 4 of 4. Washington down by 3 with the ball. 3:27 to go. Wall, the crossover, the lob, Gortat.
The Wizards have missed their last 7 shots in a row. Who do they go to here? Wall with the drive and kick. Ariza wide open from downtown.
Been a couple of times in transition where Gortat's not made it across half court. Now he's subbed out of the game, and they're going smaller here with Booker on the floor.
Opportunity staring Washington in the face at the beginning. He's joined a group which includes Pat Riley and Mike Dunleavy of coaches to win their first 4 road playoff games. Not an easy feat. Wall with a nice dump off.
Takes over in the late stages, and the Clippers and Thunder tied at 2 games apiece.
Chris Paul so honorary and defiant when it comes to his Bill takes. You know that's a young team. There's no way you should get a back cut on an out-of-bounds inbound under the basket. When you scouted all their plays, miscommunication by the Wizards team.
To use it as an opportunity for a cheap shot. Is that your interpretation?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Beal off the Gortat screen. Beal looking for his first field.
Hill's so smart and aware, putting it back up off his own miss.
12 points for George Hill on 3 cases in double figures. Nene hooks it inside. Ariza.
3 off rhythm in transition. C.J. Watson knocks it down.
They got 31 points from the bench in game 1. Beal from it.
Well, I like Scurller's ability to know how to play. He's a terrific teammate. Nobody plays with more passion. Evan Turner is a guy who needs the ball to make plays. Nice.